Here's the crooked place again. And yeah, I'm noticing some unusual activity on my YouTube. Notifications in Persian language, in Iranian language. And yeah, this brought to my mind my experience from 2023 in Nijmegen, Dukenburg, the Netherlands, when the same crooked behaviors through also security personnel. He showed him a mobile. He told me this is his name. Same profiles. They claimed that I read and speak Iranian language, and now the notifications in Persian language appearing suddenly. I have no idea about this language. Yet I'm yeah. This is not new. This is repeating. Well, I'm observing all kind of scams attempt. Facebook, YouTube, this crooked websites. At the same time, when I have to publish something, it's in the junk page. Have to check frequently if my page is seen by other in the same originality, for example, or could be only in my region. We see this picture, right, and in other regions it's manipulated. But it's frequently claimed that I speak, for example, Iranian language. That I heard it once in Nijmegen in the bibliothèque, in the library, that yeah, it's a Irani, this kind of fraud. And while I am here, when I asked the Ausländer Behörde, madam who comes here every Thursday for people who want to return voluntarily, I asked her, where are my documents? That was one day before I received my file from the advocate. She said, I can only see one passport. I said, no, there are 3 passports and ID. Where are they? And she told me she would send a message to Mr. Eric here. She would inform me through him. Well, I'm aware to this attempt, presenting me as a different nationality, as a different person, also by these same people through SIM scam. And I have to speak about this SIM scam. When I make the phone call from my telephone, I am in contact with the same frauders. They ask my personal details, name, address, date of birth. They take the information from me, then they put me on hold. During waiting 5 minutes, 10 minutes on hold, they return back to me and they give me a junky answer, fake answer, useless answer. It solved nothing. But what happened during these 10 minutes on hold? Well, I realized it since that time, and I reported this already. I told them that I suspect abuse of my voice ID. These scammers are skilled with voice scams. They forge the voice ID of the victim, and they abuse it. So what I suspected at that time, when I speak to the telephone, the scammers take the call. They put me on hold. They made the call themselves, probably. Well, the telephone, for example, is registered with my name. This should be the other name. We don't know the other telephone which they are using. For example, we don't know what is this number, what is this name. We don't know what is the language used in this. And dangerously, this issue in particular, the SIM scam, the telephone calls scams, is denied and covered up repeatedly and repeatedly. I give the report, it disappears. I give the report to the police, to the advocate. He told me I deleted them. Well, each time I report this problem, it's denied. It's covered up, frequently covered up. They say, "Yeah, you are making a call. It's right." No, it's not right. I'm delivering the call to the scammers, the same scammers, 4 or 5 people taking my calls since 3 years. 3 years are doing this, presenting me as crazy, presenting me as delivering scams calls, making threat letters to the king, to the prime minister, and I am getting the blame, and at the same time, during this waiting period, while I am on hold, my my voice record is abused, is presented as a different person, and now I'm in a location where, for example, the responsible for this issue, for the documents, she couldn't see my, she is checking my number, she is checking my file, and I have the file. It's full of information, the right information, interviews which I went through, the biometric research, everything. I saw also how they changed the number. I saw the name of the official who changed the file number, the relation to the Dutch ID, for example. I'm still on my document Syrian. Well, this is right. I'm Syrian Dutch. But as if the Syrian document isn't showing where are my documents. Well, there is an explanation for this, because when I first entered, I gave only the Syrian passport. I'm not receiving help with the Dutch passport. And then I gave them the passport. That was in Bochum, the Syrian passport. Then later in Bielefeld, I gave other uh, the other Dutch and the new Syrian passport. I received the confirmation yesterday. The Syrian passport which I received is original. The other documents are original. Of course, there must be some other kind of research. It's not done as I saw in the file. But the problem now, I'm only my document show when she checked, and we don't know if she is. I wouldn't be suspicious too much, but it's onbegrijpelijk, unusual that she's checking my documents at my request and she cannot see them. Well, the file is clear. It shows my documents and shows where are they located. When she cannot see them, this is a problem. In the BAMF, there is one registration for me as Syrian, and on the Syrian passport, she said I can only see one document. So yeah, concerning. And again, the voice scam, all behavior, all criminal behavior is based on SIM scams. On day one, when I entered Germany, enclave with the bus, with the enclave, I bought this telephone, scam telephone. I registered under it one SIM number, and he waited 1 hour and a half to activate this. I waited outside in the coffee. There was a Dutch restaurant. I got my meal, and I drank coffee, and I booked a hotel. But it takes him 2 hours, or approximately 2 hours, to activate this. Then when I checked this later, 4 or 5 days later, when I was in Bielefeld, I think, I saw 2 extra telephone numbers registered under my name. I have no idea, no relationship with the supervisor in Bielefeld checked the issue, and he told me the worker made a mistake. He gave you one, he kept 2 in his pocket. He didn't keep these in his pocket for nothing. He registered the order in a parking place, in a garage, where part of my asylum story, has to do with a driving license that I have no idea about. I hear about this. People spoke about this in Wiegen, but when I checked the gemeente, she told me you don't have a driving license. So what is this driving license story? What is this garage story? I went to the police agent in Bielefeld. He made a photo for the address. He didn't check for example, this telephone, the invoice, he should have had a look at the invoice. He should have confirmed, for example, that this one telephone number registered in the invoice. What the hell are these two telephone numbers? Nothing. And in Bielefeld, in Gütersloher Straße, when I was there, they throw the SIM cards in my bag, in my dirty clothes bag, and it's exactly like this. They make the SIM, abuse it, then they link you to it. When I published that this telephone probably cloned, as according to ChatGPT, did how ChatGPT described the problem. There was a swap on the telephone, on the software itself. For example, I was logging into some account, Facebook or something. He told me, you are using this telephone for the first time. I said, what? This is the old same Samsung. And I checked the code. It's the same Samsung which I'm using since 2 years. Now the junkie page is showing this Samsung as different telephone number. Of course, the junkie page, when I'm try to disable this, I'm unable to. And it's not only junkie page on Google, for example. No, it's also a junkie page on Facebook. I see the messages, but I cannot read them. I see the notification, but suddenly this junkie page appears and hide them. So they prevent the return contact. This is the function of the junk page and the scam on the telephone. They take the contact back. They allow me to send. They take the advantages of return contact, of the appointment, of the advantages on the return contact, the posts, and where the abuse happens here in between, during the delivery or before the delivery. So, and again, here, while I was checking something, they told me, go check with someone here, ask him a question. He can have he has former experience, police experience. When I asked him also, I said, I don't speak English at all, German only, blah blah. Then he opened Google Translate. I was speaking to him in English. Then suddenly I saw one of the text is the language is Persian. I told him, no, this is wrong. Arabic I speak, or English. No, he one of the texts he switched it into Persian. So this is the attempt. I think they are attempting to present me as an Iranian Persian person who different than my original ID, Hussam, and this is. Well, not this is. It is clear here through these behaviors of specific workers. Of course, I shouldn't say all the workers. There are also good people who are normal. Treatment is normal, but no, it's clear and beyond the questions. And they told me they are all fine. No, they are preventing the contact, stealing the returned contact, presenting me as different person. And this behavior facilitates an identity crime. I cannot imagine a crook. Most of them do not worth. I don't speak about worth, but they are uneducated. They aren't matched to me in anything, and they are doing this. They are claiming that, delivering forged, fraudulent testimonies, attempting to steal my documents. Once I buy the telephone, the SIM card is hit, and the document itself is targeted. I issued many documents due to this problem, and once here, also they are doing the same. Unbelievable criminal activities covered up and supported and facilitated by this security and these workers who prevented to contact in a crooked, clear and abusive way. That was the situation Thursday.